The majority of these reels have been moldy from improper storage years ago. So I'm going to walk you through cleaning up the reel. My objective here is to scan these. So I'm using this field reel winder from this, probably from the 50s. So this is using isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the mold so they can get a good scan off of them. So first scan the lead, or clean the leader so that I can feed it into the reel. A little hard to do backwards. Once I get it started, then take the microfiber cloth with alcohol on it, gently hold the film, and run it all the way through. You'll see here I'll do this 2 different times. So now we got to clean up this reel. So I'm not going to show you, in the video, but I'm going to take this into the kitchen with a scrub brush, soap, water, clean this up, and then I'll be back. All right, now I've cleaned this with a stiff brush and a bottle brush to get the majority of it off. Next, just douse the reel in alcohol again, both sides. Then I use a Q-tip to get all in the little cracks. And then the same thing on the inside to get rid of all of the mold. So now that that's complete, dry it all off. And we're ready to rewind the film back onto the reel for scanning. At this point, I put the film back in. And then one last time, got a clean spot on the microfiber and just run it back through again. And there's a product called Film Guard that many recommend to preserve the film. I don't have it, so just using isopropyl alcohol. So at this point, film is cleaned up, mold is gone, and I'm going to run it through the scanner. Okay, we're now going to use the Wolverine Pro 8mm film scanner to scan pretty simple machine. Mount your reel. There's various ways to do this. You need a take-up reel. So I'm using, this is not the one that came with the projector, but it's a little easier to load than the original. It's an old Kodak version. So the easiest way is to catch the film under this right hand foot. There's a little tab here. Catch the film under that. Twist the films and twist the film and then feed it under the tab that's in the back in the center. Then hold both of those down. Twist the film a little bit and feed it under this front, the tab right here. Now that you've got it fed under all the tabs, push your finger on the sprocket and rock it back and forth until it seats on the sprocket correctly. Push down the tab. Take your menu item, go to the frame adjust, select frame adjust, and make sure that your frame is in. Now, this is all of the zooming and panning on this are digitally done, so it's not an optical zoom. So move your film out so that you can scan, over all of the edges, even getting some of the sides. You can leave it like that, or post-production you can crop that down in something like Premiere Pro or After Effects or several other solutions. Feed the film back in. You don't have enough tail, just hold it there until you do. Sometimes I take this off completely if I have a very short tail or no leader at all. And if that's the case, I just let it run until I have enough, wind it on the reel, put the reel on while it's recording. So now we're going to go back to the recording. I'm going to have to do that in this case. So go to the recording screen. I just leave all of the defaults and then start recording. That's my mom taking me home from the hospital, it appears. So feed the reel, get it so that it's tight on the reel, and there's no hurry. The machine's slow, so wait till you have enough outfeed to wrap the rollers, roll it loosely, and then just let it go. A couple of notes on scanning to help the process. So as I'm scanning these reels, a note that the number that's displayed here on the screen is off by 1 from what's being recorded. So this is actually what's being saved on the card is 0096 right now, not 0095, so it's 1 behind. To keep track of them, I use these little sticky dots and write that number. So I just write scan 0096. When I keep track of what I've already scanned, well, stick it there. Put it on the container, save this for later. So when you're removing the card, you can record it, scan one movie or multiple movies, take the card out, move it over to the computer, unload them that way. There is also a USB port on the back. I think it's a USB-A. So take the USB port, plug it directly into your computer, and you can unload the videos directly without removing the card. Speeds it up quite a bit. Also note, if you have video fluttering, so you've recorded a video, you put it out, and the video that's on your computer is fluttering back and forth. Initially, you'll look like it's a camera problem or a scan problem. What I found is it's when the card is either full or was not formatted on the device. It appears that it's not writing the image fast enough and causing the flutter. So the majority of that problem can be fixed simply by putting the card in the computer or in the device, formatting it directly. So there's a menu item in here, I should show you here in just in a second, that allow you to format the card from the device directly. So that way you get past all of the, the FAT32, etc. issues that some have had. So we're finished with the recording. Press that button to stop. Push your little button over to release your film, and then you can remove it from the device. Now you can flip this around, put your take-up reel on this side, and the trick is on these little Kodak reels, there's a slot to insert it in. That slot, when you're rewinding a reel, the holes in the film for the sprocket always face that open slot. On these Kodak reels, they have grooves for the drive. Those face the back to control it. All right, so menu items. Obvious record. If we would load this up, go back and put it as a rewind. So when you're loading, you run it underneath. Whoops, put that on backwards. Run that under this wheel. We'll just go ahead and do it. Close the door just so it doesn't abrade the film as it's going past. Reload your film. This is much faster. This machine's pretty slow in rewinding these, so it's much faster if you have an external winder that I showed earlier in the video. Not, you can do it all with this device. So at this point, you can rewind here just by pressing the button and let it rewind. We're not going to go through the whole rewind process here. Other menu items, you can play back your card. So will show you the what's recorded on the device, so you can actually review it here. Back to, have to stop it. Do not delete. Now, get back to this menu. So, if you want to unload via the USB cable, move down to where it says USB more. You press this button. USB upload will show you. The way this shows up, it shows up just like a thumb drive on your computer. So you can copy the files off at that point. Copy them off onto your computer. Once you're done, I suggest going back to the before you record, especially if you're recording the big 9-inch reel, 7-inch or 9-inch reels. Always go back and reformat the card in between each of the videos. You'll get just eliminate problems that way. So I'm not going to do it here, but you hit the format, a menu comes up and asks you if you're sure, because all the data will be deleted. And then you go from there.